So guys, today we'll be creating Docker repository for Cloudera Manager and CDH, that is Cloudera distribution for Hadoop. So what is Cloudera Manager? It is a web UI, or let's say an interface to manage the Cloudera distribution for Hadoop and services related to Cloudera distribution. So to create local repository, we'll have to install wget initially using yum. After that, we'll download the tar version of Cloudera Manager and the CDH repository. In CDH, we have two types of repositories, that is the parcel repository and the RPM repository. We'll be downloading both. After the download completes, we'll extract it and we'll put it into the var/www.html folder, which is the root directory for the web server files. After creating the local repository for yum, we'll create the .repo file for the yum packet manager so that it can locate the files required to be installed on a local repo server instead of going to internet. Before continuing with creating the local repo, there are few prerequisites which have to be done. So for this, the first is IP tables, which should be disabled, SELinux should be disabled, fully qualified domain name should be configured for web server. If you want to use the web server on other machines, so we'll have to map the IP address along with the host name of the web server on that machine too. Then we'll have the HTTPD server, that is the web server, should be installed, and obviously we need a working internet connection on the computer. All these prerequisites have been mentioned in the previous tutorials. You can find this by browsing the playlist on the Amazing Admins channel on YouTube. So I'll start by going to Cloudera documentation. I'll see what is the latest version of Cloudera right now. You see the latest version of Cloudera is 5.6. I'll go to archive.cloudera.com and I'll open CDH5. As you see, the latest version was 5.6. That's the reason I've opened CDH5. As you see, the Cloudera CDH5 files are listed here. Parallelly, we'll open Cloudera Manager 5, which is used to manage the Cloudera cluster. So to download the repository, I'll have to open the folder repo as tarball. In that, all the tars will be there. The entire collection, it's a single click download if you like. So it's 5.6. I'll go to, and as you see, I have CentOS 6. I'll be downloading the CM 5.6.0. That's CentOS 6.tar. There are versions available for other OS too, but I'll be going for CentOS 6 as my computer is CentOS 6. So I'll use the wget to download. So I'm making a directory Cloudera to download the repository there. Use wget -b for background, as you know, and this will start the download in background. I can see the status of the download by seeing the wget log file. See, the download has begun. Now I'll go to Cloudera Manager 5 and I'll download the latest installer. So I need this installer for installing Cloudera Manager. So it's a .bin file which is executable. So I'll download it. As you see, the download has begun. I'll change the permissions of the file by using chmod. +X means executable. I'm adding the executable parameter to it. As you see, it has turned green. It means that we can execute it by just doing // and then the Cloudera. Now I'll go and download CDH repository. Now your CDH 5.6, I'll go for CentOS 6 again here because I have CentOS 6 installed on my node. So I copy the link location. I go again wget -b background because it's a big file, and I'll start. So here if I close the terminal to it won't close. And if I try to see the status of the file, you can see that the download has begun. I mean, this spelling is wrong. No one. See, you can see the download has begun here. It'll take around 1 or 56 minutes. Now I'll begin with download parcels. As you see, we can install CDH using parcels or RPM. Now CDH, which I had downloaded as a repo, was an RPM package, which can be used by Yum. But I'll prefer normally installing Cloudera is preferred by using parcels. So that's the reason I'm downloading parcels also. So I have put parcels on download. It's better to use parcel because Cloudera by default it gives that. We can even use RPM to install. As you see, the download has begun here. Now to download parcels, there are three files. One is parcel.sha1, and there's one more file that is manifest.json. So if you go for any OS, you need to download these three files. One is parcel.sha1, and manifest.json. These are necessary for the parcel repository. As you see, there are three files here. So now I have deleted the video after the completion of the files. You see there are three files here. I can see Cloudera Manager is over. CDH download is also over. And I'll extract CDH, the folder from tar. Parallelly, I'll extract Cloudera Manager too. It takes time to extract, so I've skipped that part. You can see everything has been extracted, Cloudera and Cloudera Manager. The entire thing has been extracted. So now I'll have to copy these folders into the HTML directory, the repo folder. So I moved it there so that it's available on my web server. If I refresh the web page, you can see that CDH and Cloudera Manager is listed there, and the repositories are available here. RPM GPG key is also available, as you can see here. And this is the folder whose web link I'll have to give, as the repo data is here. Rest of folders 5.6 and 5.6.0, these are a link to the same folder. The contents are the same, it's just that the links have been created, so it doesn't make a difference. You might be thinking that multiple copies are created, why is it? Nothing like that. One is a true folder and second other two are just links. This is the repository file, .repo file, which I'll have to put in the yum folder. So I'll download it. Parallelly, I'll download the Cloudera Manager's repo file also. See, both the repo files download is over. Now if you see, I have explored the .repo files, and you can see that the URL which it is going to is something on the internet, George Jenkins and all. So I'll replace it with my own repository server. So edited here. And instead of the original link, I'll replace it with my own web URL, the local server, so that it doesn't picks up from internet. Similarly, I'll copy for the GPG key too. It's the same path. So I'll just backspace before the RPM part. I'll paste my URL, that is repos.aadmin.com. You see, I have modified the CDH repo file. Sorry, Cloudera Manager's repo file and CDH repo file. Now apparently I'll edit the Cloudera Manager's repo file too. Here again I'll replace the URL with my local web service URL. So the changes are similar as you see. I'll save the file again. And you see I've edited both the files here. If I see the content of both the files, that is Cloudera repo and Cloudera Manager's repo, you can see that I modified both the links, both the files, so that it picks up from my local repository server. By this time my parcels might have downloaded, so I go to my parcels. I'll see the current status of my download. So you see the download is over. So all the downloads are over, it seems. We'll remove the temporary file, wget log file. Removing both the log files here, which are not necessary. And I'll move the parcel to the web's root directory, I mean web server's root directory. That is /var www.html. Okay, after refreshing this, I can't find it. So the thing is that I have put it in the root directory, whereas I had to put it in repo, or else I can't see it here. For this, I'll move the file parcel folder from HTML directory to repo, which is a subdirectory in HTML. So you can see HTML and its parcel to repo folder. I will move it. So that it's visible here. If I go back into the web UI and if I refresh the web page, I'll be able to see it, as you see here. These three files are necessary for any operating system you take. This is for Red Hat 6 currently. So now I'll move the Cloudera repo file to replace it in the my web server's repo folder. So I'm replacing the Cloudera CDH5 repo with the file in the repository of CDH, which I've created local repository. Similarly, I'll replace the Cloudera Manager's repository file, .repo file in the Cloudera Manager's repository on my local web server. So guys, this was the end of the tutorial. Hope you liked it. Please let me know if you have any sort of suggestions regarding the video, regarding any improvements which you need, regarding any explanations which you would like to know. And be sure to like and share the video and subscribe to the Amazing Admins channel.